Everybody plays Duelist. I do, you do, your mom does, your dog probably could do it. When I say everyone, I really mean everyone. Why else do you think the Duelists have the highest pick rate among any other class? They're fun, I get it. Who else doesn't love running it down every round? Being the guy who gets set up for kills, and the person that doesn't actually have to think, but just shoot instead. The thing about the role is that everybody plays it, but not everybody plays it correctly. So today we're going to go over some VODs, and you guys are going to be guessing what ranks that they are. So let's get started. But before we do, I just want to tell you that we at SkillCapped have Radiant produced courses for every duelist that I really recommend you check out. Top 500 players show you not only how to entry, but the ins and outs of each agent, and goes through and teaches you all the tips and tricks that they have for every map. Or maybe you're just interested in keeping up with all the map theory that comes out with the game. We've got you all covered. So what are you waiting for? If you're looking for the fastest way to improve at Valorant, be sure to check out SkillCapped.com, link in the description below. Now take a look at this first clip, and you tell me, do you think this is a high elo or a low elo jet player?
Hit Viper, close me, nice.
Fuck.
Nice chamber trap. I can flash you to McDonald's probably.
No, I'm good. I got bomb.
While the play at first might look slightly brain dead, it was actually a really good play. And our jet is actually Dark Zero Esports Radiant Jet main Screwface. And this clip was actually pulled from one of his recent tournaments. Now he didn't play the round out perfectly, but the way he started it out and made space for his team was. Sometimes in Valorant, the issue I have with players is that they play it too safe. They don't take risks. But in this tactical shooter, taking calculated risks can win you games. If you listen to the communication in the pre-round, Screwface is telling his teammates that he's getting onto site as fast as possible, no matter what.
Are we like sending this one? Because I could pop knives and beat the knife, like the site, but I'm gonna run it site literally as fast as humanly possible.
Alright, bet.
He hasn't done something like this all half. And if you're the Viper in this clip, you're definitely not expecting a jet to updraft and dash over you and just completely ignore the big cloud of death you threw in front of the site. This, however, is a fight that Screwface should want to take. Viper is caught off guard. Her crosshair is probably messed up because he could be behind pillar, back sight, maybe still above her. I mean, who knows? Is she pushed out of her ult? In lower elos, you'd usually see jets shy away or just be too afraid to make a play. But the issue with that is that your team is 5-man grouped out of B site. Sure, you could try and retrace your steps to gain some map control. If you do this, your team needs to stick together and work together. Otherwise, you'll get picked off in the process. But you put all your eggs in one basket. There's really no turning back now. Someone needs to make a play, and if I had to make a guess, it should be the person who has the most broken kit in the game. And on attack, you want to take favorable 1v1s. Fights where defenders can't work together to stop you, or in this case, plays the enemy team won't expect. For another example, I did this in one of my games recently on Icebox. The entire game, I played the lurks, extremely slow and patient. But this round, I straight up keyed through the mid-smoke, and I had caught the enemy off guard and in a timing. And I got rewarded with 2 kills. Making risky plays like this can work, just not every time. You don't want to be predictable. Now, don't get me wrong, Screwface might have overextended towards the end of the clip. His teammate even offered a flash for him, which he called off. But hey, Radiants are people too, and they can make mistakes. He kind of overheated, but that's okay. And for our next clip, we have a bit of Yoru. With his new buffs, he feels a lot more smooth, capable of mind games, and with his new decoy, he feels like an initiator duelist hybrid. Because with the decoy, you can send it out, it gives you information as to where people are if they shoot it. It's pretty cool. Now after watching that clip, what rank do you think our Yoru is? Immortal or Gold? Well, believe it or not, he's Immortal. And as a matter of fact, it's King, one of our other creators for the channel. But there's a reason why this clip is muted, and I want you to now listen to it with King talking.
Okay, I'll go first.
One enemy remaining.
Back, right here, right here. Right here. Oh, I thought we were swinging.
Last player
Nice.
standing.
Yeah, I thought we were swinging, so that's why I canceled the ulti. It takes a little bit longer to cancel now, so I try to activate it early. I know that just looked like really brain dead, but the idea is like if the Yoru pops his ulti behind them and then the teammates push through at the same time, there's not really anything that she can do. She has to turn around to fight them. But there was also this little dip in the wall that also made it like a little bit more difficult for my teammates to swing on her. So it was a little bit of a misplay, but like the concept for the play was there. It's still the right idea, but I definitely did that a little bit too early.
The idea that King had with his play was great. He told his teammates where the last player was, he said he was going in first. It's obvious that he's swinging, but if you look at the minimap, his teammates are still clearing angles for some reason, even though King was pinging and telling them where the last person was. King is the only one communicating, and because of that, a 3 versus 1 turns into a 1v1. This play really demonstrates how important communication is in this game. Lack of it almost lost them the round. So to the naked eye, this looks like a gold play. But when you break it down and actually look at what King was trying to do, it shows that he's definitely a higher rank than Gold. If you want to see the rest of that VOD, by the way, be sure to check out the website because that was actually one of our Smurf commentaries. So let's talk about one of everyone's favorite parts of this game, clutching. Look at this clip, and guess what elo this lobby is? Now, with everyone running at the jet one at a time, this could be any rank. I get teammates all the time that love to throw rounds away. And I'm Immortal 3. When does this stop? So if you think only low ranks throw your games, then you're wrong. Because unfortunately, it never ends. People just lack self-discipline. But being able to stop yourself from throwing can seriously help you rank up faster. Yes, Jet did hit some nasty shots, and her mechanics are cracked. But this clip wouldn't be possible if the enemy team wasn't just running at her like a bunch of zombies. This Jet is actually banned from the Pittsburgh Knights. He's a pro player. And this is a Radiant lobby. Now, the difference between him and everyone else isn't the fact that he's a pro, but instead how he handles these situations. Yes, it may be unlikely you clutch some rounds, but a small chance is better than zero, no? Notice how even down 5 versus 1, he's still taking the time to clear his angles, hoping to isolate some 1v1s. He's giving himself that small percentage chance to win the round. Every time he peeks an angle, he's making sure he isn't swinging out wide enough so he's exposed to other angles, making him nearly untradeable. Perfectly played. Now let me preface this next clip by saying that yes, this agent isn't a duelist, but I believe that everybody needs to have a duelist mentality and be able to make plays and whatnot. With that being said, do you think this Killjoy is Diamond, Immortal, Radiant, or Bronze, Silver, or Gold? Okay, so this should be obvious that this player is in Silver. You can tell because the mistakes Killjoy is making makes it look like she's unaware or out of tune from the game itself. Her turret is in a spot where if she actually wants to play with her team, it'll just turn off. She shift walks away most of the way up, and she completely misses the Reyna that was on her screen. She didn't have a set game plan for this round. If she wanted to lurk mid, then this turret would be better as it holds tube, under tube, and B main. From there, she can fight rotations to A while the turret is still up, find a lurk timing into mid or B site, and maybe shoot someone in the back to open up the round. But if she wanted to run it down A with her team, putting up a standard turret like this would make more sense. Or even this one so she can run it down deeper into sight. She just seems very lost, without a general idea what to do in the round. With more confidence, the ideal way to scale up A site is to scale up belt, drop down to not only avoid this pipes angle and top generator angle, but to also clear out jail from anyone who got aggressive early, or broke your Sovas or KOs or Sky's early utility. This clip was actually taken from one of the coaching sessions that we have on the website. Have a listen to our coach's advice.
You could probably start run more. To play with your teammates. If your teammates are kind of running, most likely the enemies will be looking at the general area, right? So by walking, it kind of makes you move much slower, right? And that makes it a very easy shot for the enemies because you're moving at a slower pace.
Like I said, if you want more from that VOD, check out the website. But this was all just one in-depth guide that we have on the website though. Also, if you want a chance at having your VOD reviewed, be sure to subscribe on our website at SkillCapped.com. We also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries where we have Radiant players walking through exactly how to play in any situation at any rank. And they're just super helpful to see in real time what goes through a top tier player's head. Like I said, it's also backed by a rank improvement guarantee, and the reason we do that is because you're just that confident that our service works. And if it doesn't work while you're using it, you shouldn't pay. So what are you waiting for? You got nothing to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started on your way to that rank that you deserve. So hopefully I helped you guys recognize some of the mistakes that you're making on duelists and how you can make them better. Some of these clips are from pro players, and if you're looking to improve, I highly recommend that you watch some of them. There's so much you can learn, and if they're small streamers as well, I'm sure they wouldn't mind answering some questions you might have. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. And that's all for us. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.